Congresswoman Kuster has sent a video message as well, and we're going to watch that now.
Good morning, and thank you so much for the invitation to join you this morning as you gather for the 19th Annual CADY Regional Prevention Summit. While I'm unable to be with you in person today, please know that my thoughts are with you as you recognize the comprehensive, evidence-based substance misuse prevention work being done by CADY that benefits communities throughout central New Hampshire. For nearly 2 decades, CADY has focused its mission on educating, empowering, and engaging local communities to prevent substance misuse in the school-age population while promoting health and well-being. Whether it's effective school district and community partnerships, the juvenile court diversion program, or strategic public awareness media campaigns, CADY has served as a regional leader for substance misuse prevention programming. Please know I will always champion your work in Congress. I also would like to recognize and commend the many community accomplishments throughout the past year by CADY and its partners in preventing and reducing youth substance misuse, as well as youth development initiatives. Congratulations as well to the community leaders receiving special recognition during the award ceremony at the end of today's programming. Your work gives me so much hope that we will solve these challenges together. So on behalf of my constituents across New Hampshire's 2nd Congressional District, thank you again for all that you do to make New Hampshire the very best place to live, work, and raise a family. I look forward to our continued work together, and best wishes on another terrific regional summit.
Thank you, Congresswoman Kuster. And now our newest board member, Chris Herring, who's the Chief of Nursing at Spear Hospital, is going to introduce Bob MacLeod, if you would just be a little patient. Yeah.
I got a bit nervous when you said our new board member, so.
Well, good morning, everybody, and I'm very proud to be part of the board and to be able to support the board's mission. It is my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Robert MacLeod, President and CEO of Mid-State Health Center. Mid-State's philosophy of doing what is right for the patient extends to doing what is right for the community. Beyond their patients, their staff is committed to the care of the entire community, evidenced by the large Mid-State attendance here today. Mid-State actively engages in the community by encouraging its professional staff and employees to participate in many venues. One important contribution is that Mid-State has taken leadership role in the Central New Hampshire Public Health Network and is a strong supporter of CADY's prevention mission. Please welcome Bob MacLeod to share a few accomplishments of the Central New Hampshire Public Health Network.
Thank you very much. Liz asked if I wanted to click the PowerPoint. I can't do 2 things at once, so she's going to be clicking. We're going to go to the first slide, obviously, and I want to take a few minutes to let you know what we're doing to improve the lives for those in our community in the name of public health. On slide 2, let's take a look at the state public health structure and how it functions in our region. There are a total of 13 health regions statewide. Our region, Central New Hampshire, is comprised of 16 communities. Within our structure is the Public Health Advisory Council, affectionately called, I learned, the FAC. Consistent with its name, this venue advises the Central New Hampshire region of the needs and opportunities it sees within our organization. In the FAC, and I am the leader of the FAC, is a throwback to the 1970s hit, the leader of the pack. So we'll tie that all in nicely. Most of you don't remember the 70s, obviously. On slide 3, our Partnership and Advisory Council consists of a number of key organizations serving our population, represented by individuals committed to keeping our population healthy and safe. And I think I'd like to clap with this group here, because this is an august group of organizations and a group of very committed individuals, as was said right along. So congratulations and thank you to everyone that's on that list. In our next slide, so how do we foster a community worth living in for all of us and our children? We do it through a visionary approach of public health. And on the next slide, the role of our advisory council is to take that vision and let it resonate into a call for action based on the 5 A's. It's ask, advise, assess, assure, and most importantly, advocate. Vetting initiatives to achieve the best programs, be a resource to our partners on emergency planning, substance use services, and the promotion of healthy practices, building a path forward, making sure we are heading in the right direction, and most important, be a clarion voice on what is important. That's why we're all here today. On the next slide, let me explain how this works in 2 parts. First is a focus on fundamental public health, logistics, and emergency planning. And you'll see on the next slide, this happens by coordinating the resources in preparation and response to emergencies and disasters. And on an ongoing basis, supporting vaccinations in 11 school-based clinics. And just a day or so ago, we were concerned that measles was coming into our state. That's how important vaccinations are. And we found out today on the news that that's likely not the case. But vaccinations in school are vitally important. On the next slide, the second focus, and it's really why we're all here today, is on substance use services for all ages, with a strong emphasis on prevention and diversion for our young population. Go to the next slide, Liz. There is nothing worse than seeing a young person squander their future because of bad choices. In order to address this issue, we have all the tools needed to fix it. We must have all the tools needed to fix it. Diversion is not the only thing we can do. But if a child is headed in the wrong direction, it's the most important thing we can do. On the next slide, you'll see a circle. It's prevention, treatment, recovery is a circle we must monitor to identify what resources we have and what else we'll need to do. And on the next slide, you'll see we are strengthening the circle later this year. By then, the Plymouth area Recovery Connection will be up and running, and through a local partnership, we'll be offering intensive outpatient services. Let me tell you, folks, it's high time we do so in this area. Thank you.